And that is what we will find out right now. Welcome, guys. Hope you are having a great evening. We will spectate XOXO Fire against FKX DEATHSTAR in the semi-finals of Division 1 of the SNC 2026. The Spring NASCAR Cup is on the way on many levels because we have so many different matches tonight, and this is one of them. FKX, Jux, Lucky Shot and Dev take on XOXO Prowl, Nino, and the Danish Dynamite Dopamine himself. We are playing 3v3. We are playing to a 7-point limit on 4 maps today. And after this match, we will know the finalist that comes out on top. Right now, FKX not looking too bad with Lucky Shot taking the lead in front of Dopa. Actually fighting hard there. Nino just lurking. Prowl a little bit further away. And this is a great fight between Dopa and Lucky Shot here. And look at this. FKX on their way to win the first round if they can keep it together. Can Dopa do something crazy in the last couple turns? He's going all out. He is going all out, but he will not make it. Lucky Shot with a 1:13.47. That is a strong time to start with. And they will take the first point. FKX DEATHSTAR with a very good start here. But what is Lucky Shot doing? Fighting with Dopamine 1v1 and beating him in that round. That is something not many players can say. This, however, does not look too good for FKX to start with Jux making an early mistake. A little bit of a drift there. He's gonna lose a lot of speed. He's gonna have to watch from the back. Prowl also with some struggles. It's gonna set him back to last place now. Jux just in front. Nino again sneaking with Dev there. And again is Lucky Shot trailering Dopa. This time Dopa is not having anything of it, but if it stays like this, FKX will still take the round, and Dopa winning that round will not be enough. And it might not be enough, guys. It will not be enough. FKX. Dopa with a 1:13.43 doesn't matter because Prowl and Nino slacking behind in place 5 and 6, and they just do not get enough points. 2 FKX DEATHSTAR, 0 XOXO Fire, and they are facing a rough start right now. Oh, that's an early crash by Nino, and that is not what you want if you are 2 points down. Now Dopa and Prowl have to do something magnificent. Lucky Shot with a mistake. He will be out. And if Prowl and Dopa can keep it together here, it could be an XOXO Fire win. But look at Jux and Dev. Look at Jux and Dev. They have not given up yet. Actually, quite the contrary. They are pushing hard. Now Prowl with a beautiful section there, pushing towards the back wheels of Dopa. Nino seems to be stuck. He left the game. Uh-oh. Still Dopa and Prowl will win this round. But this is not good news, guys. Dopa with a 1:13.71. But Nino leaving the game. Can he continue here? We need to pause the match here. If Blitze is somewhere, now would be a good time to show up to pause the match. just Dell next round is fine. Yeah, let's hope they do. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything actually. Blitzer is here. That is great. He can't pass anything. Is anyone gonna... Is anyone gonna stop Dev from finishing? Okay, he's gonna he's gonna realize it right now, it seems. That was a late realize, but he realized. There is Nino. Nino is back. And I think with Nino back, we can continue here. A little bit of an uphold. But that's what happens. Nino is saying he's good. Alright, let's hope it was a technical mini issue on his side. Haha, Dopa adminning. Okay. Yeah, we're ready. Everyone is... Why am I driving? What the fuck? Nino is in the wrong team. Oh no. Not live. They need to give up. Uh-oh. Nino friendly fire. Nino driving as a blue car here. Alright, luckily everyone sees. And then you always have to hope that they... Didn't team leaders get admin rights? I don't think so. I don't think so. Nino has to move to red. Okay, Nino changed team. Also, Slimo has to change teams. Slimo still has to change. He doesn't drive though. He doesn't drive. But isn't that gonna rip the score? He might rip the score, right? He's there. He's not there. He's not there, but he got forced to player. I got forced to player as well. I had to spec. Blitzer has to... Yeah, exactly. Blitzer has to force him into spectator. And he does. All right, we get on the way, guys. A little bit of a crazy... crazy thing on this first map already. Let's hope all the technical issues are now out of the window. Anyways, we continue with the round and we continue with this match. 2-1. FKX DEATHSTAR XOXO Fire. FKX DEATHSTAR was in a very good shape there. And now is maybe losing a bit of that shape. Dev is going to make a big mistake. And that has to be an XOXO Fire round. It will be. Lucky Shot snipes Prowl in the end, but it doesn't matter. Add Truo from now on if any issues. Alright, so we have to add Truo and no Blitz anymore. Alright, but they continue. 2-2 FKX versus XOXO. And as Pro is trying to dodge. A Lufthansa bug there. And this is actually exactly what XOXO Fire needed. because they lost the first 2 rounds, and that can come at a heavy price later on as well if it continues like that, but it didn't. And they turned things around quite fast. Quite fast, and actually so fast that within 2 rounds they made it 2-2, and we are on par now again with Lucky Shot taking the lead once again in front of Dopa. Once again. And Lucky Shot, somebody in the chat said that he had been eating bamboo, but it looks like he really had some crazy dinner tonight, because he is the only one who can really challenge Dopa. Now Prow, the one who is waving the flag, and Lucky Shot with a crazy snipe. Whoa. He is gonna snipe Dopa in the last corner and guide FKX to a round win. That was a crazy round by Lucky Shot. Not the fastest round with the 13:56. Good time though. They are doing quite well in terms of driven times in match, but Lucky Shot actually carrying his team to a round point there, and that is super important, especially against the likes of XOXO, always ready to strike. And now Dopa with a mistake, gonna make it very hard. Peony 7-2 BG, no way. That is an upset. Peony slashing BG. Yeah, you can put it in the chat here, Extram. If people don't want spoilers, they shouldn't read the chat. I want to be up to date, so I thank you for that. Prowl clocking in the round win, but it's not enough for an XOXO win. And with that again, FKX to 4 points against 2 for XO. Oh no, Slimo, nay. Slimo is back. Why? What is this? Oh no. Slimo is back. He won't finish though, but he will rip the points. He will rip the points. Call to Poland and find Slimo. Yeah, Slimo is not here. He is in the wrong team, and he is ripping the points, which is not good right now. It's kind of crazy that he's not here, actually. That is kind of crazy. Okay, but we have to keep on going, I guess. And meanwhile, XOXO is fighting for their tournament life here on map number 1. Of course, it's only map number 1, so not really the tournament life, actually. That comes later. But right now, they are in a big struggle, and Lucky Shot is actually able to defeat Dopa in these 1v1 situations, and that was a very fast round. Lucky Shot would have won 13:37. That is a super fast round. Truo is gonna join in, by the way, to make things right for us here with Slimo, which is very nice. But what is Lucky Shot doing? What has he had for breakfast today, guys? This is crazy. Lucky Shot really elevating himself to another level in this match, and bringing FKX to a quite comfortable 5-2 lead over XO. And this is kind of crazy. I will say I did not really expect this. And score Miyamimi, FKX Jedi versus FKX Moon 2807. Thanks for the update. That is very much appreciated. XOXO right now, it is just enough because Dev is so far out. Can Lucky Shot? Oh no, Lucky Shot can't do anything. He cannot. I wanted to say, can Lucky Shot surprise again? But he can't. Dopa is gonna lead XOXO to a win. 1:13.37. That is a very strong time. Again, back to back for Dopa. And that's 5-3 now. In favor still of FKX. Alright, another round. Without Slimo this time. Thanks, Truo. And what can FKX do? Can they close out this first map? Or can XOXO strike back? Nino with an unfortunate bug. Seemed like, at least. Doesn't look like to me like he went into a wall there. Seemed a bit unlucky. Jugs also further away. Lucky Shot again taking the lead. And Lucky Shot is really impressing me right now. He is driving the wheels of his car. He is doing absolutely crazy. But Dopamine, look at the lines from Dopamine right now. He is clocking in. He is absolutely clocking in. But Lucky Shot is not giving up. What am I seeing? And Dopa is going full risk. And it's Lucky Shot who finishes in second. And because of that, Prow in third position. XO gets another point. But what was that round? Lucky Shot with a crazy line in the end. Dopa full risk in last turn. And he drives it home for XOXO and they take another point. 5-4. What a round. We are seeing a great match here, guys. Really, really good. Wow. Lucky Shot now. A little bit further away. But he is so far, at least for me, the star of this match. Not only for FKX, but I think of the whole match because he's putting up a show here on this map. He looks really prepared. Look at this. He's passing XO as if they are not even there. And he caught up with Dopa in no time. Now Dopa puts some space between him and Lucky Shot. But no, Lucky decides to risk it. And I don't know why. He decides to go over that Rambuk. He decided he wanted to take the risk. You can see the score, Fluff, hello, on the left hand side. It is indeed the first map. It is 5-4. Dopa, no, and Jugs, they both bug. And that's an ace for XO Fire. After Dopa and Jugs bug in first and second position. Wow. Is your match done, Fluff? Fats. And how did it end? I want to know. Lucky Shot going crazy, but in that last round, it was not enough from him. 44 points for Lucky Shot, 50 for Dopa in total. Nino and Jugs on 22 points. And we see really Dopa and Lucky Shot taking this match with both hands and shaking it up and down. Because these two are, in terms of points, outperforming the rest of the team. Lucky Shot now taking the lead together with Dopa again. Oh, Lucky Shot with a mistake. That is going to be very expensive. Nino now. Oh no, Nino into the wall. And that is even more expensive. Or Prowl has to do something absolutely crazy and overtake Jugs here. But Dopa is also getting overtaken by Dev. Dev on his way to his first place here. Can he hold it? Dopa, full risk, but it's not enough. Dev with a nice time, 1:13.65. Not the fastest of times we've seen so far, but that's a decent time on this map. And with that, we got FKX on map point 6-5. If they win this round, we continue to next map. If XOXO Fire takes this round, we play one more round on this map before we move on. Dopa in a furious fight to get back to Lucky Shot, who miscalculated the turn a little bit. Dopa, on the other hand, executed it absolutely perfectly, and that is why he can close the gap, but it's not yet closed. And Prowl and Nino are struggling for themselves as well. Dev overtaking Prowl now, as Dopamine is battling with Lucky Shot, but this is looking very good for FKX. Can they hold on to place 2 and 3? Then they win the round. Dopa is gonna win the round. It doesn't matter, because Nino is gonna finish in 6th position, and that's gonna do it for FKX. They're gonna close the map 6-5. And that is going to be, after 30 minutes, map number 1 in this semi-final between FKX and XOXO. What a fight, wow. Nicely done, actually, I have to say, from FKX. Sleepo is still in the wrong team. Do we have an update on the other matches, guys? Do we have an update on FOTS? And especially also on P&E and BG match? Yes, this was way closer than I expected, indeed. I did not expect this. 2-1 for P&E second map. FOTS 25-16 BG Zoo. Wow. So FOTS with a steamroller there. 25-16. They can be happy with that. Move on to the finals in Division 2. But what will be the final in Division 1? BG, after qualifying so high against P&E team, and we also have this FKX DEATHSTAR versus XOXO Fire match, and this map, oi oi oi, with this tricky jump down Stico map. Let's see what the players can do here. Nino with a bit of a bug. It would be kind of crazy if BG went out of it after that quali. But P&E is always lethal. In the SNC, we know that. Panda here, by the way, with a 1:24.56. Dopa, to put it in perspective, 1:25.07, and that is Dopa that we are talking about here. Now, I don't know how much he hunted this map actually, but a difference of 0.6 That is not something we see very often on a NASCAR map between DD1 and 2. Especially not if it concerns a competitive map like this one. So that is impressive by Panda, but he is not in this match, so we will never know. We're only focused on XOXO and FKX here. And for the first time, Goro and Slimo are going to make their appearances. Slimo, let's see, 13th place on the daily leaderboard. Goro, 21st place. And it also means that FKX is gonna miss their star performer lucky shot from the first map. It's on Jux, Dev and Goro now. Now I'm absolutely certain that Goro has the capabilities of replacing Lucky Shot as the star performer for FKX, but is he also in hot shape like Lucky Shot is right now? Because he really performed well. Let's hope Nino is let's hope Nino is gonna hold up, by the way. Because he is having the ultimate struggles with his internet. Casper saying this is Goro's least favorite map, just saying. Alright. We'll keep it in mind. Alright, guys. XOXO against FKX, semifinals, SNC 2026, map number 2, total score 7 points, FKX 5 points, XOXO. And we continue on map number 2 right now. 3v3 Jux, Goro, Dev for FKX against Nino, Slimo and Dopamine for XOXO Fire. And we are on the way. Let's see how the teams adapt to this map. Something completely different than map number 1, with some a tricky jump, especially, that we did not see yet. And it's a fast map as well. Nino battling with Jux here in the back. Slimo eyeballing Goro. Dopa trying to fight off Dev. And he's succeeding right now. But it is not enough. If it stays like this, it is not enough. Oh, Nino made a mistake. Nino is super far out, but Slimo overtook Jux. And it is super important that Slimo stays in front of, Goro. He overtook Goro, but he's not gonna stay in front of Goro. And however, Dopamine is gonna win the round in a 125.77. FKX is gonna take the point. Yo, Squirbo, thanks for the raid. Welcome, welcome, guys. I see Freshy, Stiko, Squirbo. Welcome, guys. Welcome to this thrilling match. Squirbo, hope you had a great stream. Streaming FUTS taking on BG Zoo. FUTS making it into the final. Congrats, guys. This match still going strong. We are on map number 2. And XOXO Fire is having difficulties here. Estes with the hydrate, what a legend. XOXO is having difficulties. We saw a fantastic performance by the one and only Meister Lucky Shot on map number 1. He was absolutely in top form, battling it out with Dopa, winning multiple times. Nino with a weird jump. I don't know if that was miscalculated or he lagged, because his internet has not been fantastic. And now it's all up to Dopa, but his shoulders are not going to be broad enough to carry this round. He will win again, but it will not matter in terms of points. FKX DEATHSTAR gonna rack up another point. See you. $9.5. It is actually quite a surprise, I have to say. I would have expected XOXO Fire to come out of that quali a little bit stronger than they are looking right now. However, we still have 2.5. Oh, Dev with a crazy buck. 2.5, almost 3 maps to go, because this one has just started. Anything can still happen. But it seems like XOXO are looking for rhythm a little bit. Nino with another mistake. And now it's up to Slimo to keep his car at least on the track and finish in 3rd place if Dopa is able to hold on to 1st. Oh, and Jux makes the mistake, and that is such a pity for FKX, because the pressure was on Slimo and is now not anymore on Slimo. He can just drive it home. Pressure is on Dopa though. Can Goro turn things around here? Jux and Dev are super far away though, so it will not matter. Goro with a touch. Nice risk in the end by him. Dopa is gonna win yet another round. 3 out of 3 for Dopa, and they take back a point. 9-6. Squirbo is biased to Fuss. How was the match, guys? I hope your match was great. I hope you had a good match. And I hope, Squirbo, again, that you had a great stream. And thanks again for the raid, man. That is very much appreciated. I'm very satisfied with the fact that you are streaming every now and then to cover some of the matches. I very much appreciate it. As you guys know, with an event like the SNC, we got so many matches going on. We can't possibly cover everything. If we were just with 1 or 2 streamers, but we are with many, and we celebrate victory in numbers, I would say, because it's amazing to see what we have covered so far. And also shout out to Squirbo for giving us that coverage. Good stuff. Meanwhile, Dopa in the lead. Nino lurking but far away, and Slimo can't even see Jux anymore, so Jux just behind Nino here, going for the overtake. Dopa is going to win the round again. 4 out of 4 for Dopa, but they are going to lose the round once again. They are consistently driving 125 7 and 8s here, at least Dopa. Peony 7-3 BG, Peony 14-5, Dev into the wall, by the way. 14-5 Peony BG, no way. What has happened there? What is going on with BG Wild? As Dopa is gonna make a very rare mistake. And now all of a sudden Nino and Slimo decide to step up, and let's pray to the Lord so they can keep it up. Oh no, Slimo is getting cast cursed into oblivion. And Nino as well. No way. They literally just ripped the round in 2 turns. GG. It's P&E Gamma. Of course, they have the best lineup. Yeah, I know it's P&E Gamma. They have the best lineup, but BG is BG. I mean, they have a super strong lineup as well. It just seems like P&E is willing to give everything here. Oh, Dopa also with a bug, and that's gonna decapitate XOXO Fire, and this is a free round for FKX DEATHSTAR. Oh my god. Pwah. This is a heavy one, guys. A heavy one. And now, I mean, Dopa with 25 points. Goro with 23 points. He's not that far behind, eh? Don't forget, guys, he's 2 points behind Dopa. And Dopa has won 4 out of 5 rounds on this map. Which means Goro is cracking as well. And I was talking about the capabilities. Oh, Jugs with a mistake. Nah, was it Dopa? It was Dopa with a drift as well. He's cracking. He's cracked as well. But I was talking about the capabilities of Goro to overtake Lucky Shot for FKX as the star performer. But he is doing exactly that, and that is what FKX needs, because Jerks made a mistake here. But Dev and Goro are there to step up, and if Slimo is going to make a mistake as well. And where is Jerks? Jerks is super far behind. Dopamine needs to do something crazy in the last 3 turns here. Oh, and it might just be that. No way. What have I seen? What have I seen? And they're gonna lose. Actually, no. Slimo, what happened? Oh my god. They're gonna lose the round. Dopa doing the absolute extraordinary in the last turn possible. Driving the alien line like only he could do in that moment. Clutching it out for his team. But Slimo finishing last. Where Jugs was like 10 seconds behind as Dopa is now going into the wall as well. What happened there with Slimo? That is bad for the morale of XO. Because in a round where Dopa gives everything, Nino follows importantly behind in that round. They still cannot win the round. And this is beginning to look problematic, guys, for XOXO. It's 14-7. It might as well be after this round 15-7. And then they really have a problem. They really do have a problem. There is no way in the world that this round is not gonna go to FKX. And then they are on map point. 12-6 is the score. Yes, sorry, I was looking at round score. What the hell? You're absolutely right. As we see the sickest of crashes in the end there, they're gonna take the round. So Casper, you're absolutely right. It's 13-6 right now. I was looking at the round score. Holy shit, I was hypnotized. But actually, it's the same. I mean, 12-6 kind of sounds the same as 14-7. And both ways, they're absolutely in the mud, XOXO. So they need to turn it around somehow. But I do not really see how they want to turn it around, because FKX, they have been driving super constant. And yes, there are some mistakes. Now Nino also with a mistake for XOXO. I think XOXO is making too much mistakes, guys. Both Div 2 semifinals were 14-7 after this map? No way. That's kind of crazy. Well, XOXO looking to also make it at least 13-7. And don't forget, guys, FKX is on map point here. If they close it out, it's done. And oh no. Slimo overtaken. And if it stays like this, they lose the round and they lose the map. And they will lose it. And Dopa will win. But Slimo will get overtaken, and that is the map. That is 14-6 in favor of FKX, and this is looking so bad for XOXO Fire. I mean, where are they going to get the points here? If they ace next map, they will still be 1 point behind. That is absolutely crazy. Whoa. Ui, ui, ui. Ui, 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 indeed. That is crazy. Wow. I don't really know what to say here. Goro's average is crazy. 126.25. That is absolutely blistering. Especially if you consider that the average of Dopa is 127.80. That is a 1.6 seconds. Crazy. Alright, seems like Naino is swapped out and Yuki is swapped in as well for FKX. Casper expect 113.8. Okay, okay. Dady is a 113.99. Dopa driving that as well, equaling it actually. Let's see if they can start with 115 averages, no? Like top 30 daily time as average? Well. Oh wait, on the flap map. Not here, yeah. Holy shit. It was a long day of work, guys. Forgive me, please. It was a long day. Alright, Yuki swapped in. Looking forward to see what he can do here. And this is, of course, a focus map, Wild Way. I very much enjoyed playing this map with the crazy transition in the middle of the map. 114 average here. Yeah, let's see how consistent these guys are, because... Yo, Neoranto, welcome to the chat as well. If I might be absolutely honest here, guys, we have not seen the most constant play of all time here in this match. I mean, Goro is out of this world on map number 2. He did super well. Lucky Shot on map number 1 did absolutely great as well. But in general, like, even Dopa is struggling here a little bit. And I wonder why. I wonder why. To be fair with you guys, we have not seen the absolute star performance from Dopa yet, that we have seen so many countless times where he is literally winning every single round on every single map, always. That has not happened today. Also, it seems like the plugin has broken. And this is too bad, so now I have to do some clicking. Oh, and we see Goro and Yuki ripped, and of course it's the warm-up, so that is why we do not see the warm-up. see the widget in the warm-up. I was like, what is going on? But I don't know. We did not... Guys, like I said, it was a long day, man. I got up at like 6:30 today. I had a full day of work, and now I'm casting this. It is something. But anyways, we're still in the warm-up. Let's hydrate a little bit. Astist always giving me something to drink. This is great. Dopa saying, I love my .97 isn't showing. Probably Panda's fault. Oh, let's go. Working day on Sunday is crazy. Yeah, I work a lot of Sunday. I work in the weekend a lot and also on Sunday, yeah. Yeah. But hey guys, it's SNC. I got good energy. Like TRACKMANIA is fucking live again. So let's go. We are here, and I'm very happy to be here. So again, sorry for my mini mistakes, but it doesn't matter, guys, because the action speaks for itself. We see it on screen. There's basically nothing to say, so I could also just sit here and say nothing for 90 minutes, and you would have a great match, because that is what we are having right now. 14-6. FKX DEATHSTAR against XOXO Fire. Can FKX DEATHSTAR, as well, for me personally, the underdog in this match here, can they actually take it this easy? Because it seems to be quite easy for FKX here up until this point. But can they hold on? We still have 2 more maps to go. Dopa fighting with Goro, and Slimo and Prow for XOXO have to battle Dev and Yuki in the back here. TRACKMANIA, let's go. Y'all just aren't unemployed enough like I am. Yeah, no, I'm not unemployed, guys. This is not what's going on. Slimo and Prow, Dev and Yuki, that is the fight right now. Goro, meanwhile, losing track of Dopa, who's gonna pass the finish line, but it will not be enough. We've seen this time and time again today. Dopa winning the round, but it's not enough for a point. It is not enough. Yo, vamos, look, another XOXO team getting railed. I think there was an XOXO team that won, right? Angle, Colere, they were in the chat. What's going on, vamos, by the way? Welcome to the chat. But yeah, XOXO Fire is having big struggles here. Struggles. It is crazy struggles. Oh, Dopa in the rip, and also Yuki ripped. And that leaves Prowl and Slimo fighting Goro and Dev. And yeah, what can they do? I mean, Dev and Goro, they look super strong. Now Prowl is gonna open the attack. But will it be enough? Because Goro is still chilling. And he is looking good. And he is gonna finish that round in a 1:14.79. And that is another blue team point win, which means FKX is gonna grab the point 16-6. And we are going to a point of no return for XOXO Fire, where it will be basically impossible for them to win this match. I'm not selling my boys and girls. Expect for Reima, he doesn't drive anyway. Fair point, I can't argue with that. However, it might change though. I decided that it's time to play TRACKMANIA again in my life. Who knows? Yo, Kev QB, what's going on, Kev? Peony won already, 19-7. Wow. That is crazy. That is crazy. Was nice having a little training session with you. Get back at it. Yeah, I will get back at it. Mainly in TM20 though. But TMNF, I will keep on playing it because I had a lot of fun, Beach, that evening. That was good stuff. Nice training round. Meanwhile, XOXO Fire. I'm afraid, guys, that this match is gonna be over after this map. And it's not looking good for XOXO. It is not looking good, guys. He has a duel against me later this year. Oh my god. Yeah, who knows, Squirbo? Who knows? Oh man, this is kind of painful actually to see XOXO Fire struggle like this, but on the other hand, it's also beautiful to see FKX DEATHSTAR put on quite a performance here, guys. We should not forget that. 16-7. They are racking in the points here. 3 round wins out of 3 on this map. And they could win it easily on this map and close it out. Dev now taking the lead. We see quite a close round here. Dev with the lead. Dopa opening the attack, doing a circus act. And losing a lot of speed with that. And Yuki now overtaking both Slimo and Dopa. And that might mean an ace is lurking for FKX. Oh, but are they going to throw it away in the end? No way. Goro is gonna win. Oh no, but Pro is too far away. And that means it's a point anyways for FKX. Wow. Goro is on another level here. Goro with 23 points in 4 rounds, which means he only lost 1 point compared to the maximum amount of points that he could have gotten, which is extraordinary from Goro. What a performance by him. And indeed, he replaced Lucky Shot as the star performer. We haven't seen Lucky Shot since his performance on map 1. That has to be memorized because that was absolutely beautiful driving by Lucky Shot. And he can be happy with his team performance here on the rest of the maps. It's looking really, really good. Now let's hope that XOXO Fire find some fire somewhere to at least get a little bit of points back. Because if we continue like this, it's just over after this map. Looking good now though. Yuki a little bit further behind. Goro with a ginormous lead. And Dev is trying to clutch it. He can't though. That is going to be a point for XOXO Fire. A much, much needed point. $18-7. Oh. Vamos against FKX. This is something I like. Oh, Yuki. Ooh, double mistake. Or, well, mistake. A bug. At least. And that's an early one. That's not looking good for him. Dopa and Slimo, on the other hand, also not looking super good. And Goro and Dev are going to take initiative in this round. And they are going to try to lead FKX to a round win here. 19-7 it would be if they take it down. 5-0-1. 5-1 I should say, if they take this round on this map. Oh, Goro, he's gonna save it somehow. He's gonna be overtaken by Dopa though, which is kind of problematic because Yuki is last. But still, if they keep it like this, it will be around. But look at Dopa. Dopa has decided otherwise. Oh, but he's gonna release too much. He's gonna... Wow. He's gonna save the bug. So he didn't bug out, but he's gonna lose too much. Wow. Alright, there we go. Thought I pressed the button. He's gonna lose too much, and that's gonna be another point for FKX. Wow. Pini Gamma won their match, still going on map 3. Boah. It's crazy to see, but FKX is looking so good here. 5-1 on this map, 19-7. Dopa taking the lead, but Dopa drifting as well. Trying to get back into it though, and he does. After a nice turn. Ooh, Dopa, no! Another small mistake. And Slimo with the clutch here, but it doesn't matter. Another point to FKX. And this actually means that XOXO Fire cannot win the match anymore. So it's yeah, it's draw or GG. And obviously if FKX win this round, the match is 100% over, and that would be crazy. But I think it is gonna happen. Dopa with another mistake, or at least an unfortunate bug lord in his way. And now it's up to Slimo and Prow to basically get first and third at the minimum. But look at FKX, can they close it out in style? They are looking to ace it here for the win. Can they do it? Dopa is eliminated, 3.7 seconds out. Goro in the lead. Can they actually hold on? That would be magnificent play from FKX. It seems like they have it in them, and yes they do. Prow is gonna crash in the end, and they are going to end it with an ace. Goro, Dev, Yuki slaughtering XOXO Fire on map 3. 7-1. Total score 21-7, guys. After 3 maps. That is absolutely crazy. Wow. And that's going to be the match. Valmora's map Cyberpunk is going to be played for absolute air, for personal prestige, or a little daily hunt, but it's not going to contribute to the outcome of this match, which is that FKX DEATHSTAR has managed to reach the final of the SNC 2026. In Division 1. Dopa 5th in average. Dopa with 16.93 average. Pwah. Goro with 14.64, but also Dev with fantastic averages. Wow. What a crazy match, guys. What a crazy match. I didn't expect this. Mikey nearly better in average than Dopa. Wow. And Dopa is gonna take a break as well on the last map, which is understandable. The only one from the top of my head to drive all 3 maps so far. Their average is my daily. Ay. Yeah, it's Div 1, guys. We expect the absolute highest quality. And I think FKX today, they were awake. They were fully awake. They were ready. They were eager. They looked super fresh. And it paid out. And XOXO Fire, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was preparation. I don't know if it was lack of concentration or anything else, but they just looked off for some reason. Never really had a grip on this match. We started on map number 1, FKX winning the first 2 rounds right out of the bat. Then Nino had internet issues. We were disconnected from that match for like 5 minutes. Then we reset, then it was 2-2, but from that moment, from that 2-2, XOXO Fire, over all rounds that followed, only took 5 points home, where FKX DEATHSTAR took 19. It is absolutely crazy. Yo, Dopa in the chat as well. What do average mean when you have to respawn some rounds? Yeah, average is... Guys, isn't it a bit like roulette? Every game of roulette is another game, right? Every round of TRACKMANIA is another round. Averages don't count, but I do agree to some extent that you can absolutely reference to averages when it comes to consistency and form in a certain time aspect. That focus map for me was insane shit, not surviving any ramps, says Dopa. Yeah, that was crazy. Crash rate percent. Last map I see, yeah. The finals are going to be absolute cinema. So the final in Div 1 is P&E against FKX. Oi. That is crazy. That is gonna be a hell of a final. CDSF Mafia 11, Fresh Fruit 02 right now. Thanks for the update, Mia. On the outer fields, the outer tables of the SNC. Points per map makes sense to look at, not averages. Yeah, I agree with that as well. Points per map are important 100%. And actually the most important in a format like this. I mean, averages, they're not gonna win you a round race like this in the end. It's all about points. Yo, Devil, what's going on as well? Hope you enjoyed your match at least a little bit. Same goes for Dopa, mate. And I hope all of you guys are doing well. Thanks so much for tuning into this stream. Again, many of you have found their way to the Remavic Twitch channel. And I'm very lucky with that. Meanwhile, Prowl leading the round here in front of Goro on this magnificent Volmara flap map. I have to say, what a map this is. Very enjoyable to watch. Actually, Prowl together with Nino and Slimo right now. Dopa out, of course, against Goro, Yuki, Lucky Shot. They are going to take a point right now. XOXO Fire. Wait, El Boyo Loco? Oh my god, dude. El Boyo Loco in the chat? No way. I feel like every so many months, like somebody gets in chat that I haven't seen for such a long time that, with all due respect, I almost forgot they existed. Oh, man. Dude, I hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for playing the Uy and all the other sounds. Hope you're doing great. Welcome to the SNC, man. We've had a lot of matches today. Like I said, the SNC consists of 6 divisions, and they all have to play their matches. And a lot of stuff is going on, so I'm happy that we can cover this match today. But I'm also super happy with all the other streamers and people on Twitch, on YouTube, who are covering this beautiful TRACKMANIA NASCAR event this year again. And we can be proud of that. Lucky shot with a 1:13.89. Great time for him there. It's not enough for the round win, because that point is going to XOXO Fire. Had some fights with Panda, just wasn't enough, says Devil. Dopa recognizing what I also saw. XOXO Fire winning when Dopa is not playing. Ay ay ay. Dopamine subbed out and clean sweep in progress. Curious. It was a difficult match, guys, for XOXO. It really was. And like I said, FKX came prepared. They were absolutely lethal. They were there only for the win. And we felt that from the first round, really. They were awake. They were lethal. And it was a difficult matchup for XOXO in that sense. I know now with a drift, Slimo 15 seconds out as Goro is working on his averages. Both in terms of points and in terms of time, as he's driving a 1:13.81. 21st DEATHSTAR record in match. No offense taken, I even forget closer friends exist after months of not speaking. Yeah, this is how it goes. This is how it goes. Barely on Twitch, but noticed you were live. Always good to see you. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for tuning in. I very much appreciate it. Always, when you come into chat, dude, and also Bite Cooled. I think Bite Cool was in chat like a while ago as well. It takes me back to memories, man. That is so crazy. And after all these years, we are still here. And we're still on Twitch, and we're still casting TRACKMANIA NASCAR for all these years. It is absolutely crazy. It doesn't stop, and we don't want it to ever stop. The gift that keeps on giving, TRACKMANIA NASCAR, right in front of our eyes. Goro unfolding as the Lord of Lords here on this map. However, Prowl, with 15 points taken, is also doing really good, and we lose Goro in the battle. Oy, oy, oy. That'll happen when your accounts are older than your caster. Oh, man. When is the TM AI tournaments? A good question. Good question. Prowl taking first place here. Again, a point for XOXO Fire. So they are not getting clean swept on this map. 3-1 is the score in favor of XOXO. Doesn't matter though. Match was already concluded on last map. So we play this for shits and giggles, we might say. Not entirely true, because a map in the SNC is there to be driven, and so it should be. But FKX can be very happy. The match Peony Pie versus Fuzz is going to be tasty. We will buy some Pokeballs. This is great. Fluff with... Fluff is awake, guys. Watch out for Fluff. I think he had some coffee just now. Fluff is about to do world records. He's looking good. He's looking fresh. But that match indeed is gonna be a banger. Also, the Div 1 final is gonna be... I don't know. That's gonna be crazy. But it feels like P&E is so strong across the board here. Oh, lucky shot. Still clocks in second place. That was a very close round, actually. FKX taking that one home. Would you say Div 1 final won't be as close as Div 2 final? I think FKX did great today. They did absolutely fantastic. Don't get me wrong. I think it could easily be a sweep performance by P&E in the Div 1 final. It could easily be something like 28-5. With all due respect to FKX. And they can do crazy things, we know that. But if I look at that P&E lineup and the form that they have right now, that is not gonna be easy, guys. That is not gonna be easy. Today was Night Bug Festival. Oh man. Beach already ready for the marbles that we will do after this. Goro with the 20th daily time, 1:13.79. Player of the tournament. Panda is insane. Seagull wants a beach interview. Yeah, we can do it. By the way, guys, if you are always talking about bugs, I know a game where you can drive without bugs. Do you know this game? It's a great game, actually. It's called Forza Horizon 5. Yeah. Okay, let's not get into it right now. We're still in the middle of a match. We want Freshy interview? Yeah, we can do some interviews after this, guys. Let's do some interviews. Forza Horizon 5 that you never played again? That is not true. With you and Blitzer, that is true. I never played again with you and Blitzer, but I actually did play it. I actually did install it on my Xbox One S in the living room, and I was playing that like this week. So do watch out, Stiko. Because I see you. Meanwhile, Yuki is gonna win a round. Look at this, 1:13.80. Dopamine saying I have to leave. Good luck for the rest. GG again. Alright. Just like Cyberpunk, Ghost of Tsushima. Oh, stop it, guys. I didn't do interviews before raiding. Oh no. Yeah, we can talk about the interviews. Oh man. Yeah, I've never been somebody who is playing a lot of games in like the last 3 years. I don't know. It was kinda over after I finished my first study. That is when I lost my time. When I was still doing my first studies, I was playing games like 100 hours a week. I still have screenshots of me clocking in 100 hours in 1 week. Playing all kind of different games. That is over, guys. That is not anymore. So all these great games, in existence of humanity, I will not live to see them. Probably. Goro with another round win. And another point for FKX. 5-3. What did you say, Kev, by the way? You said, do you still play sometimes, Ram? What do I play? What do I play? We still haven't played Sea of Thieves. No, we didn't, Fluff. And but you've kind of forced me. TM or other things? Yeah, I got back into playing TM like this last 2 weeks. Especially because of the event I did with the TRACKMANIA Netherlands community. I am super hyped to play TRACKMANIA again. And I have decided that TRACKMANIA is basically gonna be the only thing I will be playing if I have time. Like I said, the days are over for me that I can play games for hours in a week. It's just not gonna happen anymore. I know that. So I have to make some choices, which is fine. And then I prefer TM. And if that's TMNF or the new TM or new, fuck it. I hate to call it TM20, but you guys will never stop calling it that. So I guess I have to follow. But I don't really care. But that's going to be my game of choice, it seems like. Slimo with the first local, by the way. 113.76. Nice time. But a point for FKX. By the way, on map point right now, FKX 27-10. They can close out the map and the match. TM 2030 next version. Yeah, who knows? Older man as me, same reaction. We will force you when SNC is over. Guys, when SNC is over, I have to play the campaign of TM20. That's what I do when SNC is over. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, as you guys know, I do a lot of sports. I live together with a fantastic girlfriend and I like to spend a lot of time with her. And you can spend your time just once, you know? And I'm not sad that I'm not playing that much games anymore. It's okay for me. I have enough stuff in my life that I can enjoy. Sometimes I miss it, but it's okay. It's okay. You guys can update me about it. Just let me know. Sea of Thieves, yeah, fucking Fluff gifting me Sea of Thieves, forcing me to kind of play it. And that's totally understandable, by the way. In the meanwhile, FKX is not gonna close out the match. Pro is gonna win that round. And XO take another point. Busy man, Remavik. Yeah, but no, I don't agree with the term busy, guys. You know what is super, like, dangerous? If you ask people how it go and they say, I'm busy. What is that? I don't feel like I'm busy. I'm just spending my time in ways that I can be a happy man. And I don't feel busy at all. I don't feel that I do not have enough time. I have literally seas of time. I don't feel busy at all. I just do different stuff with my time. I'm always getting a little bit like, I don't know. I'm getting a little stealthy when I ask somebody like, yo, how are you doing? And they say I'm busy. Then I'm like, I don't know, man. That's dangerous. I mean, that burnout is lurking across the corner for you when you say you're busy all the time. You shouldn't be busy. You should have things to do. You should spend your time, but you should not be busy. But that's my opinion, guys. I mean, we're just spectating a TRACKMANIA tournament here. Oh, whatever. Slimo with a 74. Slimo is cracked right now. Problem for him is that it's 2 maps too late. But we still can witness it here. And the match is not over yet, guys. Look at this. 6-5. Still map point, match point for FKX. I'm ready to retire. Oh no, I wouldn't want to retire. No, no, no. Yo, Adapt, what's going on? Devil's Rat, I'm busy. Yeah. I know you, man. I mean, I'm not trying to... I'm not trying to judge anyone, but it's just the way I feel about time and time management, you know? That is, yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking a lot about that. And then I'm trying to not make myself feel like I'm busy. Or look back at a week and think, oh fuck, I would have played like 10 hours of Sea of Thieves if I hadn't do this and that and that. That I think is a mistake. At least for me, that's a mistake. Oh no, it's over, guys. Look at this. It's over now. Or could it not be over at this point? Prowl with Goro. Oh my god. Prowl winning. It's not over actually. What is this? We are going to see an actual fight for the last map, guys. If time stood to a still, would you take... Wait. Would you take like you can play games forever and not age? No, I would... Dude, living forever? No way, man. No way. And I've always said that I like getting older. I don't know. I'm like the only one on earth who likes that. But I like it. I would never want to stay my age like at a random point. Like 18, 25, 31. Doesn't matter. The further I get, the more... like the better life gets for me. At least. I would never want to stay young. Never. That would be a curse. We shoot at other peaceful pirates. Fluff. Fluff telling us what Sea of Thieves is in one sentence. That's nice. Mom spaghetti, knees weak, arms are heavy. He's vomit on the sweater already. Mom spaghetti. He's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs, but he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud, he opens his mouth, but his work won't come out. He's open now. No, that's not the text. I don't remember it. What a song. Anyways, guys, it had to come to a close at some point, and it will. Wait, right now. What did I just see? Was I trapped into my mind? And it's Goro what just happened? Who wins, and it's FKX who win the map, and that is actually GG, guys. There you have it. Woo! All right, a little bit of trollerino on the last map, also with the commentary, but it was allowed. Get out of the chat. It was allowed. 28-13. FKX DEATHSTAR, XOXO Fire, semi-finals in Division 1 for the SNC 2026. And FKX take home the win. And XOXO Fire have to settle for that bronze medal fight.